Hey everybody, Spark from Wavescape.co.za here with your surf report for the Western Cape for the weekend of the 10th of October 2020. We've had a really nice week. Flat days, misty days, some waves, a few wipeouts. Here's a little highlights clip for you. Okay, and now on to the zoomed out view of the Synoptic scenario, courtesy windy.com. Basically, a high pressure system comes in strong and fast, 1041 millibars to the southwest of the Western Cape to interface with this weak low pressure system off the east coast. And that pressure gradient between the two systems creates a long fetch of fairly strong but not outrageous south to southeasterly winds. That is going to create a weak sloppy wind swell from the south to the southeast that's basically going to be ruling the roost the entire weekend. And that is also going to mean as this high pressure system tracks in behind this low pressure, you see into Friday and Friday evening, those winds become quite strong around the western quadrant of that little low pressure system. And the high also still very strong, 1040 millibars, and the winds are going to start shifting towards the southeast as that high moves in. And then into Sunday you'll see that the winds are going to go straight easterly. And also what it's going to create is quite a bit of rain. So you see this big band of showers across the whole of the Southern Cape on Friday. Some heavy falls, Knysna to Plet area. In the afternoon, more bands of heavy rain. Knysna to Plet again, and towards PE. And overnight, more rain. There's even snow inland, hey? Winter certainly hasn't left us entirely in the Eastern Cape there. On Saturday, some residual showers that will then eventually fade away by Sunday. In terms of the swell, we've got South Swell 8 feet at 7 seconds over there. We've got South Swell 7 feet at 8 seconds over here. So basically not much going really. There is a little bit of a southwesterly swell still in the ocean. Occasionally you'll see pockets of that. The ground swell is actually smaller than the wind swell. So it's, as you can see, there's a little patch there showing 6 foot southwesterly, which means basically 3 to 4 foot maximum open coast. And it's crossed with all of that weak, sloppy, southerly wind swell. And then as we go into more Friday, you can see that it's actually getting bigger. All that wind swell is now starting to arrive from that big band of wind around that storm to the west of it, and you can see even in False Bay as well, 8 foot south at 8 seconds. But as I say, weak wind swell, not really much going for it. And then overnight into Saturday, you see it's now taken on a much more southeast direction. As that high pressure kinked with the low pressure and moved to the east, so will that swell become more and more southeast. And then looking at wind on Saturday, there you can see the southeast is very much in place. Fresh going strong in Cape Town and along the southwestern coast, and then towards the east, it's moderate to fresh, becoming strong. And you can see now as that high moves south of the country, the winds will retreat slightly from the west coast and going much more easterly now as that system shifts away. So as you can see, not a great weekend for most places. I mean, yes, along the west coast here, it's now nice and offshore and clean. Cape Town as well, but there really is not a lot of swell around because now the swell that we did have is really dying. The southwesterly component's gone. The south swell is now 6 foot at 9 seconds, 10 foot at 8 seconds, or southeast of Cape Town. So probably lots of swell in False Bay. Let's just have a quick look. But easterly winds, mind you, you might have a little band where you're lucky, where you might actually get some nice waves in Muizenberg. But otherwise, it does look like a no-go for the weekend, really. Southeast swell 9 feet at 10 seconds. Along the southern coastline, we've got moderate easterly winds becoming fresh to strong again. So onshore's rule. Summer is here, although cold starts to the day. On Saturday, we've got a Neap Tide, one of the biggest neap tides in the sense that the tide variation is only going to be like 0.4 meters, considering that the spring tide next week, Saturday, is going to be 1.9 meters variation. So not much change in the tides either. Anyway, that's it from now. Guys, have a good weekend. See you in the water. Cheers.